In this video, I'll guide you through how to add a co-host before a meeting in Google Meet. Setting this up in advance inside Google Calendar makes your meetings run more smoothly because your co-host will automatically have extra controls as soon as the call starts. Let's walk through the process from start to finish. First, you'll want to open the meeting in Google Calendar. Start by going to your Google Calendar in your browser and make sure you're signed into the correct account, especially if you use more than one Google account. Find the event that's linked to your Google Meet. This could be on today's date or a future date, depending on when your meeting is scheduled. Once you see it on the calendar, click directly on the event to open its details. This is where you can adjust everything related to your meeting, including guests and hosting options. Next, you need to edit the event. In the event details window, look for the edit option, usually represented by a pencil icon. Click that to open the full editing view. This takes you from the quick pop-up into the full event page, where you can change the title, date and time, add a description, and importantly, manage your guest list and roles. Always double check that the meeting you're editing is the correct one, especially if you have recurring events with similar names. Now, let's add your co-host as a guest. On the right-hand side of the event editing page, you'll see a guest section. In the field where it says to add guests, type the email address of the person you want to make a co-host. As you type, Google Calendar may suggest contacts based on your previous interactions. Select the correct contact from the list, then confirm they appear in the guest list. If you already invited them earlier, you can skip adding them again and just make sure they're in that guest panel. Remember, your co-host needs to be a guest on the event before you can give them co-host permissions. Once your guest is added, you're ready to assign the co-host role. Look for the Google Meet section within the event details. You should see the meeting link and an option for settings or host controls, often shown as a small gear icon near the Meet link. Click that to open the meeting settings. Inside these options, find the host controls or co-host settings. You'll see a list of people associated with the meeting. Locate the guest you just added and enable the co-host option next to their name. This gives them additional powers during the call, such as managing participants, approving join requests, muting others, and controlling some of the safety settings. It's a good idea to let your co-host know that they'll have these controls so they're prepared to help manage the session. Finally, save your changes, go back to the main event editing page and click Save in the top corner. Google Calendar may ask if you want to send an update to guests. It's usually best to send the update so your co-host receives the latest invitation and knows their role has been adjusted. Once you've saved, your co-host role is set. And when the meeting starts in Google Meet, that person will automatically have co-host permissions without you needing to change anything during the call. That's all there is to it. By setting up your co-host ahead of time in Google Calendar, you make your Google Meet sessions more organized and easier to manage from the moment they begin.